Good afternoon, everybody. It's Mike. It is Wednesday, the 6th of July. This is our daily recap, and been a very slow, boring day here today with the Fed minutes, and you can see the action on the 5-minute chart. And we basically were flat overnight, and we had a big opening candle, then we chopped around and drifted downwards, and we came up, and it doesn't take much to see where the Fed minutes came out right here. And we had very wild action for the first 30 minutes or so, 20 minutes. And then all of a sudden we got a big rip in your face candle. Why? Because through here, both sides, some position long, some position short, were getting out of their positions. And the news from the Fed minutes wasn't enough to really move the market one way or the other enough. So they got out, and then you got the blast off. And now here you go. You have this push up in the markets here on the highs with about 25 minutes to go in the close. And the SPY is closing on the 21-day. Big spot. So as we go into tomorrow here, let's talk about this. Above the 21-day, we push back to the top of this candle up here at 393, and then we test this gap up here at 395.95. Notice your 50-day is almost there. Realize for the last 3 weeks-ish, right, we've been trading on an island. We gapped up from a gap down. We've been trading in this range where kind of have a gap above and a gap below, and the market's been going sideways. Let's talk the Fed minutes. Quickly talking about the Fed minutes today. They didn't say much that we have not already heard from them all speaking. The one thing I would take away from it is that they're extremely concerned that inflation is going to become not transitory, but basically engraved into the culture of the world. And they're concerned about the supply chains, and they want to be very aggressive in dealing with it. Translation, the Fed is going to overshoot. So I would read that as the Fed is going to overshoot, trying to get their hand on inflation. And then, as we talked about in the room, Chris and some others, eventually at some point, they're probably going to have to dial back and even print money again because they're going to overshoot. Because right now, they're not really looking at what's going on or listening as much as they weren't listening back when they decided they wanted inflation in this market and decided not to cut. They took forever to start tapering and getting out of the buying of assets classes. So that's part one that's going on. Part two that's going on here is we have a market that's living from event to event. This is typical of bear markets or bad markets. And that brings us to Friday with non-farm payroll. So after whatever we get tomorrow, expect we're going to get choppy at the end of the day going into non-farm payroll because everybody's going to be worried about what that big bad number is going to bring us. And that's how this market's currently playing. It's like, I need to go from event to event, which makes trading tough. That said, today for me was one of my best days I've had in the last, it was my best day in the last couple of weeks, and I'm very happy for it. The Qs above the 21-day leading, move to the 50-day looks very, very possible here up at the 298 area. The VIX has been absolutely smashed back down now below this 26. And the bonds here are not rallying. They came in today. They were coming in all day. This didn't happen with the Fed. In fact, the Fed decision did absolutely nothing. We rallied early and then rolled over. This has been a flight to safety, so maybe a little bit of money coming back out of here. We'll see. The real thing is we need sectors to participate. Energy still remains weak after energy has been beaten up the last couple of days. You can see that on crude. Crude here all the way down into the 95 area today before rallying back up to about the 98 area. The banks rallied. That was what really got us going this afternoon. A nice little rally here in the banks. They have earnings starting next week. We'll see how they play out. But really, there were some names to trade today, and they were few and far between, but there were some strong names that helped. Microsoft was very strong early. We talked about it right away. Push up here today, popped, got a very big king queen candle here, and then it rallied big on the Fed minutes. Nice push here above the 50-day for the first time. I traded Apple early on that, similar type action, almost exactly the same. Big rally, king queen type candles, but rallied again here into the 144 area. And coming up on the 50-day, also, Chris noted it's breaking the downtrend here, which I need to stretch out, which I have not now in a while. So there you go. Very nice break today, Chris. Good call there. Don't you know inflation's transitory? Yes. Nice break of that downtrend here that has been stuck in a while. 50-day, your next target there up at the 145.50 area. Meta is deciding, hey, if you guys can run, I can run. It's at the 21-day. It's got room to the 50-day if this market continues to rally. Amazon has also been one of the stronger names here up to the 50-day. Again, trying to wake up. And Google has blown above the 50-day like Microsoft and is leading here as it goes into a stock split next week. Remember, next week on the 15th, we get our 20 for 1 stock split, and Google will be trading along the lines of $230. I'm sorry, $130 a share. Is it? Wow, $130 a share. So very easy to trade like Amazon. We'll put it into that range. You take this aside, setups that did not work today. I was TOC, I took a trade on it. I made a couple bucks, but not much, and got out. I thought that with that upgrade, it could squeeze today into this gap and try to fill it with the short interest. It just didn't go. Merck gave a trade early, but it could not hold the highs and came off of it. And we saw a lot of consumer staple names do that. Lilly, PG here also strong, Coke. So they're still running for some protection in this market. So with that said, we come into tomorrow. We have 2 days left in this week, thanks to the short week. The SMHs, we need to talk about this. Nice 2-day move, trying to hold in here. Micron's been the leader there. Don't ask why, I couldn't tell you. AMD, they keep trying to save, but still nowhere's in the power, not near the 8-day. And NVIDIA a little bit stronger, but still weaker. So while they're trying to save the semis, they're really not doing anything yet. So with that said, I'm going to put this out there for free tonight. If you want to join us in the live trading room, link in the description below for $25 for your first 30 days. We'd love to have you. And if not, you get the free videos whenever you enjoy them. So everybody have a great night. Nice day in the market. I traded the ES twice, made most of my money there, Apple and TDOC. And we'll see what tomorrow brings.